My brother said that I was rotten to the core. I was the youngest child.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today we're checking out Blake Shelton of The Baby. Now, this is a recommendation and a request from a bunch of people, and so I'm getting back to Blake Shelton. We've reacted to Blake before on the channel. He got a little something. Man, all right, cool. I don't know what this is about, The Baby. Maybe it's about, in the beginning he's talking about him being the youngest, and so maybe him being the baby of the family, but I don't know. I'm going to get into it. Anyways, I haven't heard this song, haven't seen this video. It's a first-time reaction. If you're here for that, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. 40!
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I've been doing travel vlogs, also movie reactions. But over here is where I do all the music and the music reactions. If you want access to the reactions early, there is a link in the description to our membership that gives you early access. I try to update it every single day. And there's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released, so you can have some fun. Regardless, thank you for your support. Huge shout out to all the members on the channel helping me keep the lights on. Let's get it popping. All right, we're checking out Blake Shelton. This is on his official YouTube channel. Please hop on over to his channel. Watch this video without me, right? Stream his music without me. Look, I'm going to push pause. I'm going to make breaks. I'm going to interrupt the song. I'm going to talk. And that's what people are here for. The commentary, the reaction means what I'm doing isn't a substitute for the original, but it is important for you to go on over there and support the original the way it was supposed to be. And let's see what my man talking about. This one's called Baby.
My brother said that I was rotten to the core. I was the youngest child, so I got by with more. I guess she was tired by the time I came along. She'd laugh until she cried. I could do no wrong. She would always save me because I was her baby. I worked a factory in Ohio, a shrimp boat in the bayou. I drove a truck in Birmingham, turned 21 in Cincinnati. I called home to mom and daddy. I said, your boy is now a man. She said, I don't care if you're 80. You'll always be my baby.
Yo, I gotta talk about this. You know, this is a very personal song, so I'm gonna bet that he wrote it, right? Sounds like a song about his life. You know, you never know. I do a lot of reactions, and sometimes something is a cover or written by someone else, but this seems really personal. So I don't do research before I do my reactions because sometimes it's spoiled. It tries to tell you the interpretation of it before. So I just don't go and research. Some people like that, some people don't, but I don't know what's going on here other than with the writing. But I think he wrote this. I think this is very personal, and I wanted to talk about it because we just have what we believe is our last child, Brightly, and she just turned 2 years old. And it's so funny because everything he's saying, like, obvious, I have a daughter, but he's like rotten to the core or whatever. My brother said I was rotten to the core. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Our daughter Brightly, let's just say this, she's extremely challenging because she is just a tornado. Like, she is nothing like our eldest, and she wiles out. But we love her to death. But when he talked about her getting away with more, I personally think she gets away with more. I'd be trying to put the hammer down, and my wife is like, no, da 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 da. And I'm just like, I don't know, right? But she does get away with more. But what he just said in this song is like one of my biggest fears. And I know it's could happen, it's bound to happen, but I want to stay close. I don't want my children, like, I don't want them to move far away. Like, he's like talking about he turned 21 in Cincinnati. He was doing this in Birmingham. He was, it's fine if that's what they choose. You got to let them do what they want to do. But I really, the more, as I get older, I just want to stay close to my kids, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, that's my biggest fear, for her to be like, Dad, I'm going to in college in New York. I'm like, oh, please, Lord, please bring her back home. Yo, I'm going to college in LA. No, baby, please, please. Come on back home, man. Stay close to the family, man. Hey, you can't call it, man. Kids are going to be kids. But I ain't going to lie. That's why I had to stop this for a second, because that's literally my biggest fear. That's funny, too. People are about to roast me in the comments. I don't care. I just get on here and keep it a buck. But that's what I'm on, man. I don't know. I know they can't be around forever. Anyways, I'm going to shut up.
Mom and Daddy, I said your boy is now a man. She said, I don't care if you're 80. You'll always be my baby.
That's fact. My daughters will always be my baby girls. Always. Always. Man, this is kind of hitting, bro. Damn, man. Y'all trying to get me in my feels today?
She loved that photograph of our whole family. She'd always point us out for all her friends to see. That's Greg, he's doing great. He really loves his job. And Ronnie with his 2 kids, how about that wife he's got? And that one's kinda crazy, but that one is my baby. I got a call in Alabama, so come on home to Louisiana and come as fast as you can fly.
Oh, no.
'Cause your mama really needs you and says she's gotta see you, and she might not make it through the night. The whole way I drove 80 so she could see her baby.
Bro. The context and the concept of this song totally just changed, right? Man. Crazy. I was the oldest, so, But I remember, oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah, man, this is life, right? This is life. It goes quick. Goes quick. Anyways, sometimes when I do these reactions and I dive into someone else's story or life, you kind of envision yours and you start, and I think that's a powerful thing about music. But I also think you got to be leery because, I can get too much into like, yeah, this is a great storytelling. And it aligns with real life very well. But at the same time, this isn't my life, man. And I got to try to balance like those, like diving into the darkness, like, yo, things are really good right now. Chill. Don't get too ahead of yourself, right? Live in this present moment. with my kids, with my wife, and everything going good, because I jump into this and start thinking of the future, start thinking of, the past, like my mom passing, like I start jumping into this. But right now, in this present moment, whew, we good. But I guess that's what good art does, man. It takes you to these places. And the human experience, the human condition is like when you sing about what's really going on, like like this is real life. Yeah, it brings you there.
The whole way I drove 80 so she could see her baby. She looked like she was sleeping, and my family had been weeping by the time that I got to her side. And I knew that she'd been taken, and my heart, it was breaking. I never got to say goodbye. I softly kissed that lady and cried just like a baby.
Bro, I didn't expect it to end like that. With music, this just happened to my wife in the sense that her grandmother just passed away, and she was so, so tight with her grandma, Juju. And, we got that call. Hey, she had fallen. This is not looking good. I was like, book the flight, man. Just book the flight. And, in the process, I forget how it went down exactly because I'd be like compartmentalizing stuff. I'd be trying not to remember stuff because just to keep moving, right? But anyway, simply said, like in the process of her trying to find a flight, it was pretty much, it was a wrap. There wasn't much. It was just a wrap. And I know that kind of eats away at her, I think, with our kids keeping us busy and all this other stuff. But, I know there's a piece of her that just wanted to be there and say goodbye. Like she's a very special woman to her. And I could be gaslighting, I could be tripping, but I think my wife was her favorite, when it came to grandkids. Like they just had a special relationship. They had a special bond. And without getting into the weeds of all of it, she wasn't able to go and say goodbye in the proper way that she'd like to. You want to hold their hand while they're still breathing and just say goodbye and kiss them on their cheek and let them know, send them off. I was able to be there when my mom passed away, and I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't know how I would be personally if I wouldn't have been able to do that, if she would have just passed and I wouldn't have been able to say goodbye properly. I'm not sure how that would have played out for your boy. So that's one of the things, but I mean, these things are timely, right? Like you never know. Anyways, it goes back to that moving so far away from home. I'm not hating on him for making choices, and he has a life to live. Oh, damn, dog. This is too early, man, for me to be feeling like this. Holy smokes. This is good. This is good. I love this type of stuff because I like to feel things. I like to know that I'm still alive and not numb inside, And this made me feel something for sure. And it's beautiful. Like, we didn't even really get, like, I just got into the storyline. Like, I don't think I need to say that Blake has a great voice. He sings really well. This is great country music. Like, this isn't, I don't know what this is considered, but to me, this is just good country music. It's just solid, Maybe it's pop country for some people, but I thought it was good. You guys let me know. I'm a guest when it comes to, some of these other musical genres. That's not my cup of tea in a sense, so I don't know where to place it, but this is just a really good song, period. Like I don't need to be like, yo, this is country. This is just a good song. So if you going through it, man, this is that one to listen to, man. If you ever been through something like that, that's the one to listen to. Anyways, you guys, let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Always go to the original and support that on its official platform. And thank you for being here with your boy. Peace.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.